Good evening.
Good evening.
We're going to go ahead and get started tonight. My name is Mayor Kevin Brubaker here in the city of Elyria, and I don't know in the last 20 years if I've seen this many people at one time in the mall here. So thank you for coming out tonight. This is a very important next couple of weeks for the city of Elyria because this project here has the opportunity to change not only this area, but has the opportunity to change the city of Elyria and Lorain County. I am thankful to have the opportunity to have been invited by the commissioners, Mr. Miller, Ms. Richards from the Port Authority, to be involved in the decision-making process for the Midway Mall. I've attended many meetings with them and had conversations with them in regards to the folks that you're going to see tonight as well as next week. I think you'll be excited by both projects. I am excited by both projects because, like I said, this is an opportunity to change the dynamics of the city of Elyria in this small area, and I'm thankful to the commissioners and the Port Authority for this opportunity. The only thing that I ask tonight that you keep an open mind to everybody that speaks, to our presenters over here, as well as next week our presenters, so that we can have a really good idea of what our community is looking for, what our community desires, because honestly, it's really about you folks that have come out here and those that are watching and showing your interest here this evening. So again, I thank you for coming out tonight. At this time, I'd like to introduce my friend, County Commissioner Dave Moore.
Thank you all. First of all, welcome to the first of two public meetings in regards to the Midway Mall's future. Back in 1999, the Board of Commissioners created the Lorain County Port Authority under ORC 4582 as an entity for economic development. And it wasn't until 2001, when I was pushing for an economic development program my first time in office, that Betty Blair supported me, and we created the Port Authority financially. And we properly funded the authority for what we're seeing today. So that benefit from 2001, we're starting to see that benefit today. Now there were multiple owners who were owners of this 58 acres that we're talking about today. But none of the owners of this property would take that first step because they didn't know if the other owner would put something in not desirable, therefore stopping any good development of this mall. So having control of this property was primary one. That was it. Now, to get control of all of it, and once we did that, it kind of gave that motivation for excitement for this area because now you have control of all 58 acres, and then the developers or whoever wants to purchase this property would have total control of it. Now, 3 years ago, the process of acquiring this property started on or about January 9th of 2023 with the support of newly elected Commissioner Jeff Riddell. And the plan at that moment was put in place for the mall and the Port Authority to move forward. The commissioners have close to $300 million. That's what we budget, we are in charge of. We invest your tax dollars into short-term loans, short-term investments, and we get about 1 to 3% interest on that. So what we did is, I was looking at some of these investments, and some of the stuff we're investing in other areas outside our county. So why not invest in us? And that's what we as commissioners did. We invested in our community by lending that money. Instead of investing it elsewhere, we invested it into the Port Authority at a rate of 3.84%. And that was a win-win because this blighted mall has been blighted for a long time. And for 20 years now, everybody had ideas. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, now you know, too many owners. We couldn't move forward. Nobody wanted to develop it. But by us getting involved, what happened next was it gave us the ability to do what private companies cannot do. We had access to $5 million to fix the asbestos issues, which is right around the corner with Dillard's. That really was bringing a drain down on the total investment. So as a government entity, we have access to all that money from the state. So with the help of County Carr, Seeley, Savage, Ebert, and Gorish, we made sure that the Lorain County Port Authority became a totally standalone entity without outside political influence. Today, with the City of Elyria, Lorain County Commissioners, and the Port Authority, we are all working together in a partnership. And I'd also like to thank the Port Authority Board for their service. Okay, this is a great board. They volunteer their time. They don't get paid for this work. And the work that you guys are seeing, and I can tell by the excitement in this room, this is a generational start for years to come, generation after generation. So what decisions this board does for the next month or two, you're going to see some excitement tonight. You're going to see excitement. Hopefully the same amount of people will come out next Thursday and see what kind of excitement that they're going to have. Oh, next Wednesday? Thanks, Jim. I never trust a politician, right? Okay, next Wednesday. And then come on out and take a look, and you get to meet the board members. I'm going to introduce Amy Richards. She's the Port Authority Chair, and she's going to introduce your board members for the Port Authority. Feel free to come up, talk to them after the presentations today, and give us your input, okay? So Amy Richards.
Thanks, Commissioner Moore. The Port Authority Board, we've been working on this project for over a year now. I just want to take a minute to recognize our board members who have been part of this. So when I call your name, I know there's standing room only, so come up front if you're here. We got Brittany Nazario. Is she here yet? No. John Novak, I know he's here. Please stand up, raise your hand, wave. I did not see David Gillock. Is he here? Mayor Gillock? No. Dan Gross? Nope. Marty Gallagher? We got Nick Spataro? And our recording secretary, Nicole Finnerty, she's in the back. Now I'm going to turn this over to Jim Miller, who is our Executive Director of the Lorain County Port Authority.
Thank you, Amy. It's a pleasure to see so many people here in the city of Elyria interested in this project. Part of this project is to reimagine, transform the Midway Mall. And the Port Authority is very excited about the possibility this holds for the county and the city of Elyria. And you didn't come here to listen to me, so I'd like to introduce Bara Watts from the Center for Food Innovation, and she'll talk about the project, the garden.
Well, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me okay? Yeah? Good, good. I want to thank the Port Board. Thank you very much. The Mayor of Elyria and the Commissioner and all of those who have been involved in making these decisions. But even more importantly, I want to thank all of you for being out here tonight to hear and to participate in this process. We are very much about building community, and that this is very much about a collaborative process with the community that we want to create. So what is this, and why are we doing this? First of all, the initiative that we have taken here is first and foremost about jobs. About five and a half years ago, I was invited to join a group. It was executives from Lorain County Community College, from the Small Business Development Corporation, from the Urban League, from El Centro, and from the County Chamber to start working on how we could help more businesses be formed in this county that could actually generate more jobs in this county. And it became evident that we needed a big idea. We needed something that not only could inspire those jobs, be a catalyst for those jobs, but also could create the infrastructure that could make those businesses and jobs be more successful, and to be able to create a ripple effect not only within the immediate area, but out towards the cities of Elyria, the city of Lorain, and beyond within the county. And so we began to look at what is the core DNA of the community here. And it really, it's really clear. I mean, we're manufacturers, we're steel workers, and we're agriculture, right? So we formed the nonprofit, the Center for Food Innovation, based on a model out of the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, there is an organization called the Food Valley Org. In 2005, this nonprofit was founded. And it was designed to be an innovation bridge, a bridge that would bridge traditional farmers with technology farmers. farmers with new technologies in robotics, sensors, IoT, and biology. With higher ed for talent and research, and with finance, both public and private funding. And from 2005 to the year 2020, they became the second largest agricultural exporter in the world, next to the United States. And so we put some research around this. What did they have? Do we have the same thing? Yes, we do. We have all the ingredients, it's just not connected and it's not directed. And so that's why we formed the Center for Food Innovation. Our mission is to create the largest year-round agricultural community in the country. This means building a full community, building jobs and helping people to start businesses in the food production industry. Is this an alien thought? No. The west side from Cleveland out was the largest greenhouse area in the world in the early 20th century. We can do this again. The market has shifted, the dynamics have shifted with the changes in supply chain, in some of the challenges that some of the major growers are having in the Southwest, the challenges and the call for greater carbon neutrality. The idea of being able to create a large food production industry close into major metropolitan areas is where we're going. It is already being done in Europe, it's being done in Asia and in the Middle East. Here in the United States, we are going to be the first and the model for the rest of the country. So what's it going to take? What's it going to take? Well, we first went out and we talked to the community. You can go up, you can see we have a 6-part webinar series we did. We talked with the Cleveland Clinic, with big purchasers, food purchasers, Cleveland Clinic, Jeff Heinens, Bon Appetit, the big food purchasers. We talked with big research organizations at OSU, at the Farm Bureau. They came in, they talked about the research and how this would be so perfect for this area. We talked with farmers, both traditional farmers and some of the new hydroponic type farmers. What are their needs? What are the demands? How do we build this? We're going to be building an industry here. And the garden is the headquarters. The garden where health grows. That's the name of this building when we are finished, this whole complex. The garden where health grows is headquarters to the development of an industry that you will all be a party to. So, I've got my notes here so I can follow along with what I'm doing here. So our mission, as I mentioned, is to create a region, a county-wide, largest county-wide food production facility. What kind of food are we talking about? Produce. It's all the food in the produce section of the grocery store. It's the carrots, peppers, tomatoes, beans, right? So that is where we're going to be focused. This headquarters, though, we want to build it just like a garden. It is a synergistic ecosystem where one part plays upon the other and makes each successful. We had some very in-depth conversations with a number of the leading controlled environment agricultural farms in the country. Controlled environment agriculture is the term, the umbrella term for any kind of agriculture that is done in a controlled environment. That's greenhouse, that could be a vertical farm, hydroponic, aeroponic, aquaponic, any of those other methodologies. We're agnostic. And we talked with so we will have controlled environment farms in the main anchor stores. We will have greenhouses out back. We are going to have an educational program. We're already housed at GLIDE, the Center for Food Innovation, and we've been working with them over the last 2 years to put together grants to create cross-discipline education between the engineering and the bioscience community. We've already started conversations with and been working with Ohio State University, who just launched a year ago a multi-million-dollar controlled environment research facility on campus in Columbus. Worcester, is the top research institute for agriculture in the country. It's just down the street here, basically, right? Food as an industry is one of the top verticals in Northeast Ohio from a food manufacturing and food processing. How much can those businesses grow if they have more food produced here to meet their demand, right? Now, how's this going to impact farmers? Our goal is to help farmers succeed. We are hoping that some of the farmers might want to be hybrid. We need the field farming. But if we're going to be able to build this industry, we need to build more capacity. So is there going to be interest from some of our field farmers to perhaps also have a greenhouse put on their field so they can have year-round? There will be in this facility a whole farmers market, like the West Side Market, where farmers will have food courts where they can be offering up their value-add products on a year-round basis, which could be their cheese, their baked goods, their sauces and pastas. But then they also, who's going to buy that? Also, it'll all be all of you. But we're looking at also building out all of the asphalt around this building into residential. And it will be a mixed set of residential so that it can really be attractive to a full range of individuals. But keep in mind, we are going to have an educational institute here. We're not going to be teaching engineering. We're not going to be teaching business or operations. But Kent State and University of Akron and OSU and Cleveland State and Case Western, they're going to be sending their engineers here to learn how to apply that to the controlled environment agricultural system. They're going to be sending their business people here to learn how to run and help farmers run their businesses. We're going to have engineers coming here to learn and find out what things they can be doing to help improve the industry. And the type of technology companies they can be building to support the industry. So this is going to be a full ecosystem, this building. Funding is one of the big questions everybody's asking us. We've been very transparent. You go on our website, our full proposal is available up there. You can see what it is. Again, coming from the philosophy that this is about building collaboration. We are already receiving proposals from partner developers. So we are going to be working with developers who specialize in industrial spaces, in retail spaces, and in residential spaces. And they will be coming in with their capital. We are already have gotten a letter of recommendation from OPEC, who wants to come in and provide us with additional grant funding. That's the Ohio Power organization. And this whole center will become, we will have water capture pools. We will have multiple renewable energy systems here. We expect that eventually we will become completely energy independent. Ultimately, this will become a destination. This will be a showpiece. People from around the country, from around the world are going to be coming to Lorain, to Elyria, to find out how this is done and how it's done right. Because this is where this industry is going. This is where this market is going. We can be the leaders or not. I think we can be the leaders in this marketplace. I think that we've got the right DNA, we've got the right dynamics, we're situated in the right place. This location is the right place, in the heart of this country, in the heart of the real estate, of the freeways, with the type of people with the right heart to make this kind of thing happen. I think that this is where we're going for the future. We're not just creating jobs that will be in this building. In this building, we'll be creating restaurant jobs. The farmers will be having jobs in their food stalls. The farm production groups will have jobs. There'll be cold storage and food production facilities here. There will be jobs on a lot of different scales, technology, like high-level technology, all down to lower-skilled jobs. But this is going to be a catalyst. This is the headquarters for the development, the redevelopment of this industry in this area. So that this becomes actually a way to create a wave pattern out and to reach out beyond this and build jobs on an ongoing scale. This is about thinking about where our kids are going to get a job 10 years from now. This is where the industry is going. We can be the leaders in this, and we hope that we get chosen to be able to help put this together for you. Thank you all very, very much for being here.
Thank you, Barb, very much. So our program is going to basically shift. The Center for Food Innovation has provided storyboards and they will be answering questions and talking questions. Second of all, this program is being taped, and we're going to put it up on YouTube, and there'll be a link onto our Facebook page. So if any of you, it looks like there's a lot more people than we thought were going to be here, and so if some of you would like to make comments on our Facebook page, we would love to have them. Just search the Lorain County Port Authority in Facebook, and I'm not really certain how you do that. My assistant Nicole can tell you that if you want to know. That's all I do is I type it up there, and usually hopefully I find it. But it will be on Facebook that you can make your comments. There will also be allowed comments on the YouTube page, the county's YouTube page, which this will be placed tomorrow. I thank you all for coming tonight, and again, please talk to yes, Barbara.
We have a number of people, they've got name tags that are part of our team, so please feel free to ask them questions. And if you'd like to get on our mailing list, we have a sign-up sheet over here, or you can scan the QR code.
That's good. So thank you very much for coming tonight, and we look forward. Thank you.